Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we are making some crafts for kids. These ones are a little bit more summer themed, but these are fun to do. Hopefully you'll try these out with the kids in your life, and I'm just gonna jump right in. So I'm starting with paper plate jellyfish, and depending on the age of who's doing this craft, you can either get it started for them or you can let them do more of the work. So I'm just basically cutting the paper plate into kind of like a half moon shape, and then I'm putting out the non-toxic paint colors. And in this case, I'm gonna let my son, he's 3.5, I'm gonna just go ahead and let him go at it and paint. I just make sure to put something down. He's pretty good about not getting everywhere with paint, but we've had a few accidents in the past, so I'm just putting some paper down there and I'm just gonna let his creativity flow. We decided to go for a blue-green jellyfish. Next, we took some googly eyes and we glued them down with some Elmer's glue. And then at this point, it's just kind of about decorating your jellyfish. This is a really easy project, so a fun one to do with a class or if you're babysitting or with your kids. You can make a few different colors and it can keep them busy for a while, which is nice. So I'm just putting on these pom-poms, I'm gluing them on, and then I'm gonna use some ribbon for the little tentacles. And I just let Oliver choose all the different colors that he wanted. So we're cutting out some light blue, turquoise ribbon, and I'm just gonna go ahead and glue that to the back of the paper plate, and then that will be the tentacles for the jellyfish. Swimming in the water.
It's so beautiful.
It's so beautiful?
Yeah.
Yeah. Next, I'm going to show you how to make some really easy rainbow blowers. Again, depending on the age of the child who you're doing this craft with, you can either do it and make it for them to play with, or you can do it with them or let them do it by themselves. I'm basically just taking some tissue paper, colored tissue paper, and some scissors. I'm cutting it into strips, and then I actually have these toilet paper rolls, these colored toilet paper rolls left over from a project I did a while back, one of my previous kids crafts videos where I made a car garage for my son. So for this one, I'm just cutting up these little strips, and I'm going to go ahead and glue them on the inside of the paper towel rolls so that they're coming out the end. That way, when you blow on the opposite side after they've had a chance to dry, all the little colored tissue paper strips will blow into the wind. Oliver's actually sitting there watching me. He was very patiently waiting for me to finish these up. He wanted to have me do it, so I went ahead and finished these up for him. And then these are really fun. They can participate and play with these. You know, they don't last as long as other toys, but it's fun because they're a part of it. You know, kids have these great imaginations. So Oliver was pretending these were rocket ships, and he was blowing into them, and he was doing all sorts of fun things with them. And they lasted for about a week, I would say. And then, you know, we tossed them, but we had these little leftover toilet paper rolls anyway, so it was fun to make it and have him be involved. And it's a great way to kind of just spend time with your kids and show them fun, crafty things, and then they also can play with it and use their imaginations. Go into it. Go really hard. Oh, there you go. Good job! Good job. Whoa!
Those are so cool.
Yeah?
And those are toys.
Okay, you want to search for the dinosaurs now?
Yeah.
Next was Oliver's personal favorite, and this was the DIY Dinosaur Excavation, starting with a plastic shoebox and some sand. I just have some sand from Michael's, but you can pick up sand, well, outside if you have it. And then I have some flour and salt and some water. I've also seen people add non-toxic plaster of Paris, which makes the sand a little hard. And you can do that, but you can also do flour and water as well. So I just have these little dinosaur mini plastic toys. You can find them at Target for like $5, maybe $4 or $5, $6. And I'm putting that inside the sand, and then I'm just gonna make sure to cover them, and you're gonna let that dry or harden overnight. Then I'm gonna offer some paintbrushes and a little spoon as a little digger so he can dig up the dinosaurs.
You dig all the dinosaurs?
Yep, okay. So now we're gonna just let this
Dry.
He was really stoked about this one, and it was really fun as his mom to watch him. It definitely took him some time to do it, to dig up all the dinosaurs, and then when he was done, he had dinosaurs to play with for a while, so it kept him busy for several hours. And if the kid in your life doesn't really like dinosaurs, but they prefer something else, you can always do this with like plastic bugs, or you could do it with really any toy, and it keeps them busy. It's really fun, and it's adorable to watch them get all interested. So next we are making DIY bowling pins. So once again, I am using up the toilet paper rolls that I had in the craft closet. I wanted to try to kind of get rid of them, so I actually painted them white with non-toxic paint for kids. I have some red ribbon, and I'm just wrapping 2 red ribbon across the top so it looks like bowling pins, and I'm going to go ahead and do this with all of them. Again, depending on the age, you can totally make this with them or make it for them to play with. And so I went ahead and just glued the ribbon on top of all of them, and then you can just grab a bouncy ball or whatever type of ball you have around the house, and you can start showing them how to play bowling and trying to knock over all the pins. So this one was another really fun one. Oliver really had a good time. So you just wait for everything to dry, and then they're ready to go.
Oh yeah, even better. Get you working. So tight. You're gonna swing it again. Bend your knees. Bend your knees down. Bend your knees down. Get low, like how Daddy's doing it. See? Bend your knees. Yeah, there you go. And then you go 1, 2. Swing it back. Oh, miss. You'll get good at it, trust me.
Last but certainly not least, we're making a DIY ring toss. This one's really easy to make, so I'm just taking some paper plates. I'm taking about 3, and then I'm just cutting out the center of them, and then you can open them up, and you'll see they'll have a great big hole in the middle, and that's exactly what we're looking for. So I'm doing that with several. Then you can go ahead and paint them with non-toxic paint for kids. I went ahead and just painted these real quick, but obviously you can take the time to have the kids paint these and also set something down so they're a little bit easier to make messy because they're rings. But I just did 3 different colors, and then I also painted the bottom of a solid plate, and that's going to be the where you toss the rings onto. And for that one, I took a paper towel roll and just went ahead and glued it on the solid plate, and then you could decorate it with pom-poms or different things that you have. So you let all that dry, and then it's time to play ring toss. So that completes this Summertime Kids Crafts video. Hopefully you have a chance to try one of these out with the kids in your life and they enjoy it. If they do, I would love to see pictures so you can send it to me on social media. Be sure to subscribe to my channel, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.